Team, welcome back to another episode of Ask Top, sponsored by MentorMilitary.com. Today we're going to discuss how to appeal an evaluation report to include a relief for cause report. If you are considering an appeal, you should have already taken or considered taking the following actions: discussing the issue with your rating chain, requesting a commander's inquiry if that's appropriate, filing an Article 138 complaint if that is appropriate, filing a claim of reprisal if that's appropriate. You would file that with the IG. On another note, you can see that we have a video on how to file a commander's inquiry and how to file an Article 138. Now, if either of these or any of these reports come back in your favor, the inquiry, the Article 138 claim of reprisal, a 15-6, you can use all of that information in your appeal. So let's get started and see what we need to do. So are you appealing for an administrative issue, issues associated with content, or both? What errors or omissions work in your favor? Did the rating chain use your support form to prepare the evaluation report? Now, why am I asking this? Because they're supposed to be giving you credit for everything you did well, and you should have prepared that support form to show all of your achievements. If they did not use the support form, you can use that as a document to support or a supporting document in your appeal. Now, let's talk about references. AR 623-3 will help you understand what can be appealed. DAPAM 623-3 will walk you through the specific process of developing your appeal. There are also two other products that I would encourage you to look at: RaterQuick evaluation software and the Evaluator, available from MentorMilitary.com. These have checklists, examples, and samples, process, and procedures that can walk you through how to prepare your appeal. The first step in preparing your appeal is to get your emotions under control and look at the facts surrounding the evaluation report. Don't allow your emotions to cloud your judgment. Find an honest broker, someone you can trust, that will assist you as you negotiate the process of appealing the report. Look to an individual in your unit or external to your unit that you trust and respect. Perhaps it's a mentor or a previous supervisor. They need to be articulate and well-versed in the regulation and process for rebutting an evaluation report. Now, that can also be the IG or JAG. They can assist you as well. Hey, if you like what you're hearing, how about reach down and hit that subscribe button for me? Also, I've placed some links in the description below to some leader development products that will help you develop your appeal. Feel free to check them out. If you need help preparing or rebutting a relief for cause, preparing a commander's inquiry, or appealing an evaluation report, contact me using my email address in the description below. Now we're going to take a look at the evaluation report from an administrative perspective. Does it contain any errors? Is the ACFT information correct? Are the duty title and duty description correct? Are the number of rated and non-rated months correct? The key is to determine if you should raise the issue or not. Keep in mind, the odds of you successfully getting a report removed is slim, but by following these steps, you improve the likelihood of getting the report changed or getting it removed from your records. Bottom line, you need to know what errors work in your favor. For example, if they record 6 months of rated time and 3 months of non-rated time, but the correct number of rated months should be 3 and the non-rated months should be 6, then this is something you want corrected, as it shows the report is only based on 3 months of rated time. In some cases, you can argue that 3 months was not necessarily enough time to make a reasonable assessment of your performance. If they fail to make the correction, you can also use this as an argument in your appeal to show they failed to provide a fair and just report in accordance with the whole soldier concept as described in AR 623-3. Now, who can appeal? The rated soldier, But did you know that third parties can also appeal? Now, the third parties are limited to the G1, Human Resource Command, Office of the Surgeon General, the JAG, Office of the Chaplains, National Guard Bureau, but other people with knowledge can contact one of these points of contact listed above, and they can appeal on your behalf. What can be appealed? Unproven derogatory information, non-rated time as an administrative corrective action, new information that significantly impacts a previously submitted report that would have resulted in a higher evaluation, personality conflicts when proven to have resulted in an unjust report. Now, here are some notes. After an appeal, if it is appropriate, the Army Special Review Board will determine if promotion consideration is warranted as a result of the change to the evaluation report. So it's possible that if the report was significantly changed and you may have gotten promoted, it could go before the next selection board and you might be promoted. Commanders and commandants will ensure that soldiers receive assistance in preparing and submitting appeals. That is their duty and responsibility. You will also receive a copy of the rating scheme. And those things are important and can be listed in your appeal as well. What cannot be appealed? Soldiers will be counseled. This alone is not grounds for an appeal. But if it's used in conjunction with other supporting information, it can be part of the appeal. Failure to process and sequence is not grounds for an appeal. What do I mean by that? Let's say your rater or senior rater put you into a certain category, and there were several reports being processed, and there was a misfire in their reports, and yours was not processed in sequence. You cannot appeal that. Statements from rating officials claiming administrative oversight or typographical error. What are the timelines? Appeals must be processed within 3 years of the through date of the report. Likelihood of a successful appeal diminishes as time passes. Appealing after 3 years requires the appeal to be sent to the Army Board for Corrections of Military Records. How's it processed? Processing times vary, and it depends on complexity of the issues, the age of the report, and other factors surrounding the report. It is processed in order of priority by date of receipt. It may be approved in whole or in part. If denied, a board decision memo is filed with the evaluation. If denied, the soldier may seek a new appeal based on new or additional evidence. You can also appeal to the Board of Corrections for Military Review, which is the highest level administrative review and the final decision authority. There are priorities for appeals. For officers, the first priority is they've been passed over twice for promotion, given a directed discharge, release, or mandatory retirement date within 6 months, been selected for release within 6 months by DA Elimination Board, been notified for eligibility of Headquarters Department of Army Selection Command Board within 6 months. Appeals related to sexual assault or harassment violations. Priority 2 for officers, not selected for promotion at least once, but do not have a mandatory release within 6 months, are pending promotion list removal in accordance with 600-8-29, and the third priority for officers is any appeal not eligible for a higher priority. Hey, as I mentioned earlier, here are 2 tools that can help you with your appeals and commander's inquiries. They're available from mentormilitary.com. If you like what you're hearing so far, how about reach down and hit the subscribe button? Leave us a comment about today's discussion or a subject you'd like us to cover in the future. So the priorities for NCO processing: priority 1, twice passed over for promotion in the primary zone or within 6 months of discharge, release from service, or mandatory retirement. Selected for release by Headquarters DA QMP or Army National Guard or U.S. Army Reserve QMP, selected for release by AGR, by an AGR continuation board, identified for referral within 6 months to an AGR continuation board. Priority 2, not selected for promotion at least once, but do not have a mandatory release within 6 months. And priority 3, any appeal not eligible for a higher priority. Where does the burden of proof lie? It rests with the soldier, and they must present clear and convincing evidence. When applicable, you need to provide appropriate documentation to prove your case, to include third-party statements. What are the steps in processing an appeal? The decision to appeal. Do you have the evidence to support the appeal? Have the disinterested party like the IG or JAG help review the report and provide an opinion. Prepare the appeal. Develop your rationale, attain evidence and documentation, collect third-party statements, collect statements from the rating chain if that's appropriate. Concisely identify what is being appealed, identify the action you want taken. Submit the appeal after it's been reviewed by a disinterested third party. Make sure you followed the requirements for the appeal and ensure you have identified the correct priority for the appeal. Resources that contain examples and checklists. You can find these in RaterQuick and Evaluator, as I've mentioned earlier, and those are available at mentormilitary.com. We are also in the process of developing a specific how-to guide for appeals that will be released at some point in the future, and it too will be available on mentormilitary.com. Visit mentormilitary.com for all of your professional development needs. And in summary, we discussed who can appeal, what can be appealed, what cannot be appealed, timelines, processing, the burden of proof, steps for developing and submitting an appeal. And we greatly appreciate you spending time with us today on this important subject. Please reach out and follow us on Facebook at AskTop and at Mentor Military. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, stay safe and stay healthy.